Welcome, race fans, once again. We are going to have another great night of racing here. Again, we are in night 3 of qualifiers. We have 3 full races for you that will include a set of qualifying here after practice. We will have some heat races, followed by a B main if necessary, and your feature race. We have a lot of drivers in here, including Corey Hines, Joel Berkeley, Rico Abreu, Derek Krenzer, hopefully you get that right, Krenner, hopefully we'll get the clarification on that, David Flick, Philip Daniels Jr., Earl Jackson, Casey Barton, Steve Renaud, they're moving around here on us just a little bit, Corey Hines, Cole Newhoffen, a lot of great drivers here tonight, so I do expect some great racing tonight, as I do expect some great racing as well. Again, it looks like we have quite a few people here, so before we get into all of the racing action here, let's go through all of the sponsors that make all of this happen, starting with MaxSpeedTV. Performance PCs, they are the official water cooling company of MaxSpeedTV, so definitely check them out at performance-pcs.com. SimSpeedShop.com, definitely check them out. We saw some awesome looking button boxes on their website, so give them a shout out over there on Facebook as well, just Sim with Speed Shop. HRE Motorsports and Elite 7 Racing, they are the official teams of MaxSpeedTV, so definitely go over to their Facebook pages and give them a shout out. Virtual2reality.tv, we get some 3-month codes from them. We've done it the last 2 nights. We will again tonight. At the conclusion of the 3rd race, we will give away a 3-month code to iRacing for some lucky person out there. So again, that will all be told about how to do here in just a little bit. On the racing side of things, there are several sponsors that make all of this possible. Sester Fabrication, Diamond Auto Center, Bubba Army, Gerbs Graphics, Jones Core, Tony Stewart Racing, and last but not least, of course, D1RT Racing. All of these guys putting in a lot of time, effort, and of course money to make this possible. Again, Saturday night, one person could be walking away with $1,000 in their pocket and possibly a $1,100 if they can come and gain the most spots of either the Hard Charger Award plus the $1,000. They could walk away with $1,100 in their pocket. Again, we are here in practice mode. So we have about 9 minutes left here in practice. As you see, a lot of these drivers are going around the track right now. We're just letting it kind of cycle through here, letting you see who all's in here as it goes through. As you can see right now, Colin Mellars is in here as well. So Colin Mellars in here. Again, a lot of great drivers. We see Tim Nichols. I don't know if he's going to be racing or not. I did not see. But he is in here. That is Tim from Tim Sims. Travels all over the different racetracks with iRacing Sims, so definitely cool to see him here. We know Ed is not going to be racing. He's in here just watching. So, those two not going to be in the lineups. But right now, that car right there on pit road, Corey Hines, has the fastest time with a 12.798. As we're watching now. 3rd fastest right there is Rico Abreu in a time of 12.899. Joel Berkeley just got off the track. He is 2nd fastest now with a 12.843. So we'll see if anybody can top these times. Cole Newhoffen, the youngest driver here in this series period, or in this race, I believe at age 14, he is the youngest driver competing, to our knowledge anyway, and he is currently 4th fastest with a 12.903. So we'll definitely see how he stacks up against the rest of this competition here once we get into qualifying and heat racing. And again, we are going to let it filter through here for just a minute and let you see all these cars. We'll take a look here and see what it looks like to be behind one of these wheels here, the wheel of one of these cars, as we're going to step away and go to cockpit view with our onboard camera, sponsored by T&D Rustic Decor. So again, we will be back here in just a few minutes. We'll give you a few laps on board with these guys, and we will be right back. Alright, we are back here for just a minute. Again, we take to camera 3 here, let you check out a little bit wider angle. You can see this track getting a little bit of wear into it. And we have about 5.5 minutes. As you see, a lot of drivers in here. Again, still fastest is the 57 right there of Corey Hines. Again, he is the fastest driver in the group. So we'll see how that all plays out in qualifying, though. Again, they could be practicing for race trim. Somebody may possibly throw in a qualifying trim and take out the gas in this thing. So we'll see how that works as we have more drivers coming out onto the track. Looks like right now we have about 4 or 5 on the track. So we'll see again. Check in here with Colin Mellors back here in 11th place right now. So a little bit of time to pick up. Again, he could be running a race trim and not qualifying trim. So that could be the explanation for that. But we'll definitely keep an eye on all of this here tonight. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here. Looks like we got about 50 or so people in here. Definitely thanks for tuning in tonight for night 3 of qualifiers. Definitely, if you're new here tonight, please, if you like this type of racing or asphalt racing and you want to watch more, definitely check us out and hit that subscribe button here on MaxSpeedTV. And if you definitely like this race, give it a thumbs up. Again, we're asking for those thumbs up, not only for us tonight, for the broadcast and for the race, but also for all of these sponsors that put in all this money. They have almost $3,000 invested in this race. So they are watching tonight, so definitely give them a thumbs up. That's a good way to show them that you're appreciative of what they do to make iRacing grow. And again, thanks again for tuning in, as we have about 3:45 left in practice. Again, it looks like right now still Joel Berkeley is the second fastest time here as we zoom in there. He has no front of the car, so it has some damage there. We'll see if he can run a faster time. Right now it's not happening. 13:089 to a fastest time of 12.843 as we'll put up that driver bar once again for you. And to, yes, everyone, Rico Abreu is here racing. Just watched him in the Chili Bowl last week, so put a good run together there. I'm sure he's looking to see if he can do it again here tonight. Oh, major wreck there. Again, this is just practice. Cole Newhoffen getting involved in that one. Again, this is going to be a great race. It looks like we have about 11 drivers here that are racing for sure. I don't believe Tim Nichols is going to be racing. We know Eddie Livingston is not. So again, so 11 drivers here, so a few short of what we were expecting. But he is indeed going to be a great night of racing regardless. Looks like Corey Hines, again, we have about 1:55 left. Nobody has been able to touch it. He's got a .046 gap over Joel Berkeley right now. We'll see. Right now it is focusing on Rico. Let's jump over to Joel Berkeley here in number 9. Got a car fixed, so we'll see if he can possibly do anything. He is the closest one right now. It looks like Rico is about .102 seconds off of the leader of Corey Hines. Corey Hines right there in the number 57 as he's about to try and pass the number 007 there. Again, 007 is Colin Mellors. He is currently 11th fastest here in practice. Again, let us know in chat. I said we got about 60 people in here. Let us know who you are rooting for tonight. Again, I know we got some people in there that are going to be rooting for the 24. But we have some other drivers out there, so don't forget about them. Let us know who you are rooting for. Who do you want to win? Do you have any teammates out here racing possibly? So let us know in chat who you are rooting for, as we have about 30 seconds left here in practice. All right, time is up. Checkered flags are waving. That will do it for practice. Next up is qualifying. All right, that indicates green flag is out. Qualifying, as it looks like Cole Newhoffen's going to be the first driver out. Possibly, he is the first one pulling out on to the track. We'll keep track of everybody's time here. Again, for the moment, we will put up the top 10 graphic there for you to let you see who is where. But again, you are watching Cole Newhoffen in the number 10 right now, as he is about to complete lap number 1 in about half a lap here. We'll report all these times into you. You can also see right there the top 10 and how much we have time we have left here in qualifying. Well, let's take a look. It looks like Tim Nichols is going to be qualifying. I didn't know if he was in here for sure or we good, but he is indeed going to be racing. So I'll have to look on the chart. Just didn't see his name. But he is indeed here. It's Cole Newhoffen does have the fastest time right now with a 13.135. Not anymore. It's going to go to Corey Hines with a 13.096. Let's take that off and put our driver bar up for you so you can see who we're watching. So Corey Hines, 13.096. He is at the top of the charts right now. Still on track is the 24 of Rico Abreu. Currently with a 13.181. He's about to complete one more lap. We'll see what kind of time he can put in. He is currently third fastest. And that will do it. 13.280 is not going to do it any better. Jumping over to Casey Barton, who's fourth fastest right now with a 13.231. So we'll see what kind of times, if he can do any better this time right there. And it is going to be a 13.281 instead of a 231, so just a little bit slower. Steven Renaud back in fifth right now with a 13.284 on his last lap. We'll see if this lap here is going to be any improvement. And it's going to be a 273, so 13.273, but he'll still stay back in fifth. Earl Jackson back in sixth place. Joel Berkeley, though, jumping up to third as he's going to shut it down. So that will do a third fastest time, 13.164. We'll see Philip Daniels Jr. just put in a 13.605 to put him in 11th position right in front of Tim Nichols, back with a 13.7115. Can Daniels do any faster here? He does, to jump to ninth fastest with a 13.375. So a good top 10 time for him. Again, looks like we got about 12 drivers here. We'll see if he can improve on it. And it's not going to happen. He's going to shut it down. So that will do it for everyone qualifying. Every has qualified. We have about 2 minutes left. So we're going to step away for just a moment, and we will be back here in about a minute 50 with heat race number 1. All right, well, we have about a minute here. We do want to once again go over all these sponsors that we would hope you give a shout out to. Like them on Facebook, wherever it needs be. But definitely give a shout out to all the sponsors: Sister Fabrication, Diamond Auto Center, Bubba Army, Curbs Graphics, Jones Core, Tony Stewart Racing, and of course D1RT Racing. Check out all of these guys on Facebook. They all have a Facebook page. Definitely give them a shout out for all the time, effort, and money they put into this race to make it happen. As well on the MaxSpeedTV side of things, we give a shout out to Performance PCs, SimSpeedShop.com, HRE Motorsports, Elite 7 Racing, and Virtual to Reality. Again, at the end of the night tonight, after that third race, we will be giving away another 3-month code to iRacing for some new person to get on iRacing and try it out, as Heat Race 1 is just about to get ready. It's going to be Corey Hines, Joel Berkeley, Casey Barton, Earl Jackson, Philip Daniels Jr., and Colin Mellors here in Heat Race number 1. Again, you are watching Heat Race number 1, as it looks like we still have a few more drivers that have not actually come out onto the track. Looks like Joel Berkeley is the one driver being slow here today. We are waiting on him, but he will come out here eventually. Hopefully, he may miss the start. We have seen people miss their start here in Heat Racing. Hopefully, that does not happen to him. There he is, so he's not going to miss it. Fulfill the 6 here for Heat Race number 1. Alright, so again, Heat Race number 1, Corey Hines, Joel Berkeley here, as they're changing up a little bit, Casey Barton, Earl Jackson, Philip Daniels, and Colin Mellors here in Heat Race 1. They are getting ready to get the green flag. They will take one more lap around, I do believe. As you can see, the lights are still on the pace truck, so next time by, we will get the green flag. 8 laps is what they get in heat races. No cautions. We will go racing. All right, green flag's out for the first time here in Heat Race number 1. 8 laps to go on the books, and we have already got a battle for the lead between Corey Hines and Joel Berkeley. Joel Berkeley started in second, but he's quickly going to take the lead here. We've got a car going around the 58. That is Earl Jackson. No caution comes out. It doesn't matter. We got a huge battle going on for the lead. As we zoom in here, you can see it a little bit more. The number 9 of Joel Berkeley, the 57 of Corey Hines, as it looks like Joel Berkeley is going to retain the lead here, and he's got about a 2-car lead already, but that gap is not going to settle well for Corey Hines. He's going to keep digging, see if he can't get by him to take that lead back. Berkeley has led every lap thus far in this race. Right behind them is the 2 of Casey Barton, but no real competition there. You got a little bit of a battle going on here. We'll jump back to the leaders here. It's not much of a battle. That is the best battle of the night right there for Heat Race 1 lead. As here comes the 57 of Hines to the inside. Just can't quite complete the pass. It'll be 3 laps to go when they cross the line. Berkeley out front here in Heat Race 1. Almost contact between Berkeley and Hines. Hines manages to stay off of him somehow, but I don't know how. That was very close. They may have actually made a little bit of contact, but not enough to slow him down. But Hines now about 3 car lengths behind in the straightaway, but he reels him in the corners. So can he get by him is the question right now. As we'll take a look back here, these two trying to battle on. Philip Daniels Jr. Trying to get up to Colin Mellors back in 4th position, but it doesn't matter. White flag is out, and it still belongs to Joel Berkeley as the checkered flags are waving, and it's going to be Berkeley for the win. Again, Joel Berkeley takes Heat Race 1 win. Heat Race number 2 getting ready to come out on it to the track now. Alright, Heat Race number 2 getting ready. And we'll see here who is going to be out on the track as we will get ready. It's going to be Rico Abreu, Cole Newhoffen, David Flick, Stephen Renaud, Tim Nichols, and Derek Krenner here on the Heat Race number 2. And Cole Newhoffen will be your pole sitter. On his outside is Rico Abreu. Then you have the rest of the field here: David Flick, Stephen Renaud, Tim Nichols, and Derek Krenner. So again, we'll see if you can have any more experience here. You have the youngster Cole Newhoffen at 14 years old versus an experienced veteran of Rico Abreu. So this could be a good battle here up front for the lead. So we'll see how this plays out and who gets the win tonight here in Heat Race 2. Alright, green flag is out, 8 laps to go. So we are racing here for the first time. Again, cautions are not on in here, and Cole Newhoffen out to a great start. Really, the battle going right now is for second place. That is between Rico Abreu and Stephen Renaud. Renaud to the outside of Abreu. Can he hang on? And here comes the 56 of David Flick trying to get in there as well. But right now, that is not the main battle. It is for second, side by side. It looks like it's going to go to the 115 of Stephen Renaud. He's going to get by, but not for long. Rico's coming back. Rico into the inside wall, and that's going to let David Flick by him as well. And here comes the 13 of Tim Nichols. Nichols going to try to get by him as well. So something is not going right for that 24 of Abreu as he got into that inside wall, but that's going to let everybody by. And here comes Stephen Renaud trying to pass Cole Newhoffen for the lead. We'll see if he can hang on to it as they now have 4 laps to go here in your Heat Race number 2. Newhoffen out front, Renaud reeling him in very quickly, and so is Flick. Can either Renaud or Flick catch Newhoffen and pass him for the lead? He is down on the bottom as close as he can, making that track as short as he can, and it's working for him right now as they're going to cross the flag stand with 2 laps to go, this time by, again, every lap so far has been led by the number 10 car of Cole Newhoffen. We'll see if he can possibly hang on to it. Stephen Renaud is a fierce competitor. We haven't ever seen David Flick run before, so we'll see if he can possibly get up to him. That is your top 3 right there. White flag is in the air. It looks like it is going to be Cole Newhoffen for the win unless something very drastic happens, and it's not going to happen. Heat Race number 2 winner is going to be Cole Newhoffen here tonight. So that is going to make it very interesting for the feature race, which they are gridding for right now. All right, they are getting ready here for your feature race. We'll go through the HRE Motorsports starting grid. Hopefully the grid is working for us here tonight. Looks like it is. Corey Hines and Cole Newhoffen going to be starting on row 1. Row 2 is going to be Joel Berkeley and Rico Abreu. And that actually doesn't look correct, so we do apologize for that. Casey Barton, that is actually not even correct at all. So we'll go through it here. It's going to be Cole Newhoffen, Joel Berkeley, Stephen Renaud, Corey Hines, Casey Barton, Rico Abreu, Colin Mellers, and they're getting a little jumped up here. Derek Krenner, Philip Daniels Jr. They're still moving around on us just a little bit here, so we do apologize. Again, I'm not sure why the grid is not working here. I believe it's maybe because it's based off of qualifying and not set up for heat races, so we will have to possibly adjust that before tomorrow night's races, as we don't have time here tonight. But Philip Daniel Jr. is in ninth, then you have Earl Jackson, David Flick, and Tim Nichols. All right. Again, and definitely a shout out to everyone here. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. If you like the race, definitely hit that like button. Let us know by doing so that you like the racing here. But green flag is out, and then just like that, Cole Newhoven goes to second. Joel Berkeley out front, and we'll see. Cautions are on, and we got a lot of chaos ensuing back here. We're going 3 and 4 wide right now. That's a battle for third position between Corey Hines, Stephen Renaud, Casey Barton, and Rico Abreu as they kind of spread it out now. Hines going ahead of all of them to third place. Hines going to try to make his way up to the front. As we see, we may have a battle for the lead. Let's zoom in here a little bit. It looks like we have Tim Nichols on pit road and David Flick on pit road. So those two drivers out of this race, 2 laps down now, as Cole Newhoven's trying to run down Joe Berkeley. But here comes Corey Hines, going to try to get by him on the high side. Cole Newhoven slides up, shuts the door, not going to happen. But he's not done yet. Here comes Hines to the outside one more time, and he's going to try to get him on that high side. And it looks like the high side may be working. Newhoven into the inside wall just ever so slightly, and that's going to let Hines by him for second position. Right behind these guys, here comes Stephen Renaud, Casey Barton, and Rico Abreu trying to get up there to the lead as well. Rico Abreu running much different line than everybody else here. He is running way up on the high side, right up against the cushion, and it may be working as he's going to get by the 2 car of Casey Barton, and he may get by Stephen Renaud here. That is a battle for 4th position, so we'll keep an eye here and see if he can get by him and possibly get by Newhoven as well. But right up the front, here comes the 57 of Hines, trying to run down Berkeley for first position. Again, we are on lap 8 of 30, about to be lap 9 of 30 here in about 2 seconds. And now it is undetermined who's going to win this race. Hines trying to take to the high side, and Berkeley right there with him, just shutting that door as soon as he gets up there. So we'll keep an eye on that lead as well, or that battle for the lead, I might say. Let's go back here and take a look at Philip Daniels Jr. running all by himself right now. Colin Mellers right behind him. Again, those two on pit road right now. Stephen Renaud still trying to hold off Rico Abreu right now, but Abreu is reeling him in pretty quickly, so we'll see if Renaud can hold him off. Abreu's taken to the inside now, and he's not working as much as he would like, I'm sure. He was definitely doing a lot better, had more success up on the high side, as right now he is unable to get by Stephen Renaud no matter what he tries. But again, right ahead of him is your pole sitter, Cole Newhoven, who has fallen back. I actually believe he started second. As a caution is going to come out for the first time, it's going to be your Earl Jackson. Let's go back and take a look. What happened to Earl Jackson in the number 58 car? Let's take a look. Looks like it may have been a self-inflicted wound. It is right there into the wall, and he is going to almost roll that car over. Oh, he gets major contact between the 8 car. And that is Philip Daniels Jr. just T-bones him after the fact. So that is unfortunate. As we'll go back up to your race leader, Joel Berkeley. Again, take a look at our top 5 after 14 laps completed. It is Joel Berkeley out front, followed by Corey Hines, Cole Newhoven, Stephen Renaud, and Rico Abreu. Again, that was a violent hit from Philip Daniels Jr. after the fact. Looked like he didn't have anywhere to go. He got right in front of him there after the wreck. and just T-boned him after he was sitting there spinning on the track. That is unfortunate, but it looks like we are just about ready to get the green flag once again. There it is. Green flag's out. Top 3 back up on your graphic so we can see here. And Cole Newhoffen going to try to make it in the inside. Can't quite complete it. Here comes Corey Hines on the outside. Hines going to try to make it. See if he can. They're going to be side by side. Ooh, into the inside wall. Newhoffen pinches him off just a little bit. Doesn't give Corey Hines any room. Now Corey Hines into the outside wall. There may be some damage to that car this time after that little wall scrape. And here comes the 24 of Abreu. He's going to take it to the inside and try to get by the 57. And now the 10's trying to get by the 115. Oh, a little bump from Newhoffen. That was to Steven Renaud, as these guys are 3 and 4 wide right now, battling for 3rd position. Newhoffen able to hold all of them off somehow, but I'm not sure if he can do it. These guys are extremely fast, and they're going to try to get by him. They're still 3 wide. Oh, major contact. Renaud gets into there, and his caution is going to come out. Let's go back and take a look and see exactly what happened. Not sure what happened here, folks, but Steven Renaud did get a piece of something here. So let's go back and take a look, see who it was with. Looks like it was Corey Hines, the 57. Those two tangle there. It definitely didn't look anything dirty, just a little bit of close racing there. And unfortunately for Steven Renaud, he is going to get the worst end of the deal, as he is back in 8th position now. Corey Hines is still back in 4th. So that is definitely not what anybody wanted to see. And it looked like maybe Rico Abreu got a little bit in there too, as it definitely slowed him down. He's back in 7th place. And we are live once again with 7 laps to go. Going to be 6 to go when we get the green flag, hopefully for the last time here in this feature race. Here it is. Green flag's out again for hopefully the last time here tonight in this feature race. And they're 3 wide. Major contact being made back here again as we have another car going around. So far, no caution's going to come out. That was Derek Krenner, I do believe it was. But we're going back up to the front because no caution is coming out. And here we go. Got a battle for the lead. Pursuing right now Cole Newhoffen, Joel Berkeley. Berkeley out front. Newhoffen tried to run him down if he can do it. But we also got a battle coming in here in the back. Rico Abreu up to 4th, running down Corey Hines right now if he can get by him. And it looks like Casey Barton's not going to give it up either in that number 2 car. See if he can't get by him with 3 laps to go here when they cross the line. So can Joel Berkeley hold off Cole Newhoffen? It looks like he is possibly going to try and do so. And he is doing a good job of it, as he's got about a 4 to 5 car length lead in the straightaways. And that's kind of where it is important, because that is where the flag stand is. But regardless, 2 laps to go. We'll see here. Nobody really battling right now, except for that right there is the closest battle for the highest position we have between Cole Newhoffen and Corey Hines. But I'm not sure it's going to matter. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Less than a lap now, actually, as Joel Berkeley is about to be crowned the winner. And right there, he will do it. Your race winner here tonight for race 1 of 3 will be Joel Berkeley. What a run for Joel. He put on a show. He led all 30 laps here tonight. So we're going to try to get an interview in. Again, for anybody that's just tuning in with us tonight, we are not going to end this stream. We have 2 more races coming up tonight. They will launch in about 20 minutes for the second one. So don't go anywhere. We will be back here with your post-race interviews and race results before we sign off for just a few minutes to get ready for the next race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with Corey Hines. Got a third place finish. Again, we don't have a whole lot of time. We have to get ready for the next race, but overall, coming into the night, we know you've been practicing quite a bit to get ready for this. You walk away with a third place finish, so how does it feel? You know, you got a huge field to go against to get a third place finish here tonight overall with all these guys. How does it feel? Put yourself in a good position going into Saturday.
I think tonight was just about getting the best finish you could get. It was definitely a battle, that's for sure.
And it looks like, not sure if they've got the points updated yet. We'll try to keep an eye on that here tonight. But as far as the track itself goes, it looked like at some points the high line was there, but we saw people running the low line as well. So was there a line that seemed to work better for you than another?
There in the middle part of the race, I was kind of trying to go in kind of in the middle and slide it up the track to catch some grip, but it was pretty slick all over the track.
Well, it definitely looks slick out there. That black is definitely deceiving. It is not rubber. It is definitely very slick. But again, we don't want to keep you too long. And any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give for that third place finish here tonight?
I'd like to thank all teammates for the setup help.
All right. And again, congrats on a third place finish. Finishing one spot ahead was, we've mentioned, to our knowledge, the youngest person here at 14 years old, Cole Newhoffen. So first off, you finish in second. Another a good points night for you as well. So coming in here, to our knowledge anyway, being the youngest driver here, what's it like to be competing against a lot of these older guys, and tonight especially against a veteran?
Oh, it's really cool. I mean, I don't have much dirt track racing. Well, I don't have much racing experience. I just help a sprint car driver. But it's cool to kind of show some of the older guys up that I could do just as much as they can.
Oh, you definitely did a good job of that. Again, we one guy finishing ahead of you was Joel Berkeley. We unfortunately, I don't see him here with us in TeamSpeak tonight, so we don't get to get an interview with him. But coming into this race, I believe we had over 240 drivers registered. What was your main goal? Was it to try to get a win? Obviously, you want to. Or was it try to just get a good finish and lock yourself into Saturday?
Well, yeah, everybody wants to win. A lot of good drivers showed up. My main goal was to just get in the show. That's pretty much all I want. I don't care how I got in. I just wanted to make the show.
Well, it looks like, not sure. We'll see. Hopefully the points will be updated here in a little bit, and we'll see how all that plays out. Don't see if they're updated just yet. They don't look like they are. But regardless, you did a good job of getting yourself possibly locked in there. So any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give for that second place finish?
I'd definitely like to thank SimSpeedShop for sponsoring me for this year, and they sponsored MaxSpeedTV too also, which is kind of cool since they broadcast most of the races I race in. They've been a lot of help, and it's going to be cool.
All right, so again, congrats on that second place finish, but we're not done just yet, folks. We still have one more piece of business to take care of before we sign off to get ready for race number 2 here. Again, we are not going to kill the stream. We are going to stay live here just with our intermission screen up, and then we will come back here in just a little bit and get those... Now get to race number 2, but before we do that, let's get to your unofficial race results. Again, coming away with the win here is Joel Berkeley, followed by Cole Newhoffen in second. Third place, Corey Hines. Fourth place, Rico Abreu. And fifth place, Casey Barton. Sixth place goes to Colin Mellors. Seventh place, Derek Krenner. Eighth place, Stephen Renaud. Ninth place, Philip Daniels Jr., and the 10th place goes to Eric Jackson. 11th place, Daniel Flick. And 12th place, Tim Nichols. Again, that is your unofficial race results, again, barring any race control issues. And it looks like we do have Joel Berkeley here, so we'll grab him real fast, see if we can't get an interview with him before we do sign off and get ready for the next race. All right, Joel, you got a copy? All right, good. We did get to interview you. So, first off, I don't think we have got to interview you before that I recall, but then again, I forget a lot of stuff, so we may have. But you got the win, so congrats on that. Coming in here, there's a lot of competition in this race. Were you looking, obviously, you want to get a win. Oh, but everybody does. We just talked about that, but you were hoping for a win, but did you think it would actually happen? Did you obviously practice a lot? Did it turn out the way you wanted to here tonight? You definitely you put a clinic on the field tonight. You led all 30 laps here in the feature race, so you definitely showed you know what it has, or you know what it takes to get the job done, to be out front. So that's 30. I'm not sure how many the feature race is going to be, but knowing you can win against the field we had tonight, including an actual veteran racer like Rico Abreu, who is probably one of the best dirt racers of this time, does it give you a bit of a confidence boost going into that feature race? Yeah, we have seen a lot of that going on in here. I mean, it's better to be a hero than a zero. Better to finish the race and not finish it all anyway. But you did the job here tonight. You definitely finished, got the win. Almost as many points as you could, so it'll be a good points night overall. Any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give for that win?
So massive thanks to the boys at TTL Esports. Shout out to Bob King for the spot as well tonight when he could, and then Hyper Simulator, down in the Graphics Ash Media, all the sponsors at TTL, and yeah, hopefully talk to you tomorrow night.
All right, and we made a blunder there. We had the mic muted, but to recap, you did go over. We were talking about some stuff. That was a rookie mistake on our half. We do apologize. But we got all your sponsors, but you were talking about the points. So we had a good enough points night for you, so we'll recapture those. What was your thought? You said you wanted to have a better qualifying. That was where you thought you could have done a little better.
Yeah, I think I could. I think I should have qualified first. I would have liked to, but yeah, well, that probably won't put me in the dash for tomorrow night now. But yeah, anything can happen. Try and get the hard charger as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you get that hard charger, that'd be nice. It's actually conjunction with MaxSpeedTV, so we'll be paying that out. So if you do, you'll be seeing me at the end of the feature to get that $100. So hopefully, if nothing else, hey, maybe you could get that 1,000 and the 100. Walk away with $1,100 in your pocket.
It would be nice to do that, but yeah, anything can happen. The couple of field here is untouchable anywhere else. It's really a shame that I can't make any of the VOR series races at any time, because it's actually during a work day for us here in Australia. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like from what we saw out there, if you could make them, you would definitely be a good contender in those series. We broadcasted some of theirs and watch a lot of their races, and there are some great drivers in there. But again, we don't want to keep you too long. Let's go about 10 minutes here before the next race. So you already got over your sponsors. So again, we'll be back here in probably about 10 or so minutes. So don't go anywhere, folks, and we will be right back with race number 2 again here in about 10 to 12 minutes. All right, we are back once again here for race number 2. Again, this is a small site. Lazy Racing wants to be a little funny sometimes with their new user interface. But we are here racing. It looks like we got about 8 or 9 drivers in here. I'm sure more will roll in throughout practice. But right now we have Trevor Fitz. Trevor Fitz, sorry about that. Brandon Steele. Justin Sly in here, Chris Brenner, Austin Matthews, Jacob Fields, Nelson Websters, Nathan Davis, and Troy Schurz. Again, we clarified that. Hopefully, we did get that right. Again, Troy Schurz in here. Right now, Justin Sly has the fastest time right now as we look. He's got a 12.946. as he is your fastest time right now here in practice. So a very fast time at that. As we'll see, now it's going to be Nathan Davis and then Jacob Fields. Nathan Davis running a 12.992 and Jacob Fields running a 12.876 to take the fastest time. And they're going to trade it once again. Chris Brenner going to take it this time with a 12.821, 0.021 faster than Jacob Fields. So a lot of good times being put down in here. So let's see who is going to get on top. That will happen in about 11 minutes or so. But before we get to that, once again, let's go over all of these sponsors that make this possible. We want to make sure we get them out as much as possible. On the MaxSpeedTV side of things, we have Performance PCs. They're the official water cooling and modification company of MaxSpeedTV. SimSpeedShop.com, they are our newest partner on board. Definitely check them out at SimSpeedShop.com and SimSpeedShop on Facebook. We saw some really cool button boxes on there, so go check those out. The two teams that make all of this possible for us here on MaxSpeedTV is HRE Motorsports and Elite 7 Racing, so definitely check all of them out and see what great stuff they are doing here on iRacing, as well as Virtual2Reality.tv. Again, at the end of the night, we will be giving away a 3-month code to some lucky person that wants to get into iRacing. And on the racing side of things, definitely go check out all of these sponsors. Sester Fabrication, Diamond Auto Center, Bubba Army, Curves Graphics, Jones Core, Tony Stewart Racing, and of course D1RT Racing. Go and check all of these guys out on Facebook. Definitely give their page or Facebook a like. Let them know you heard about it here on MaxSpeedTV at the first annual D1RT Winter Classic, and thank them for all the time, effort, and money they have put into this race. Again, we are going to step away here for just a few minutes. We're going to go on board with these drivers here for just a few laps, thanks to our T&D Rustic Decor on board camera. So we will be right back in just a few minutes. Alright, we are back here from just a minute. We got about 6.5 minutes here left in practice. We want to definitely give a shout out to all of the people here in chat. Looks like we got about 65 or so people watching here with us tonight. Definitely, if you are new here tonight, please hit that subscribe button. If you like dirt track racing or asphalt racing, we cover a lot. Sometimes having up to 4 broadcasts in one night. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you want to see more racing. If you like the race here tonight, you like the broadcast, hit that thumbs up button. That's how we know you fans and these drivers go back that you like it. And definitely not just for us here tonight, for all of the sponsors. We know a lot of them are watching here tonight, whether they chat or not. So it definitely gives a thumbs up if you are thankful that we have these great sponsors to put in money here to make races like this possible. I'm sure you will see more popping up from time to time after this one does get finished, because this is going to be a kind of a trendsetter here, and you will definitely see more popping up. So definitely give a thumbs up for all of the sponsors out there that make this possible. And with every race we have here, folks, we want to know, who are you rooting for to win? Looks like we got out 10 drivers in this one. Looks like John, I believe that's Cuts just joined. Looks like the name anyway. John Cuts in the number 29 machine here. Nice looking paint job for himself, but looks like he is here with us. Again, right now with a 13.052 back in 10th here in practice. The fastest driver right now sitting on pit road is the 84 of Chris Brenner with a 12.733. Right behind him is Nelson Webster with a 12.772. So definitely we'll be looking to see which one of these guys could pull away a win. But you can't count out Jacob Fields either. We watched him be very quick. We haven't got to watch Justin slide too much, so we'll see how he puts a run here together. He is currently 4th fastest. Nathan Davis in that number 36 Mean Green machine, definitely a very fast driver we'll keep an eye on. Trevor Fitz, another very fast driver. We'll keep an eye on him. Austin Matthews, not one we have got to watch. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. Brandon Still, we have seen him before. We know he's fairly quick. Troy Schurz, again, hopefully we did get that right from everyone. That is what they informed us how to pronounce his last name. So a nice looking ride. We'll see if we can see that up front here. As got a little contact there with Chris Brenner, who's parked on the inside. And the one we haven't seen before, who just got in here, John Cuts. So we'll see how he does tonight. But he is currently back in 10th. And we got about 3 minutes left in practice. So again, let us know in chat who you are expecting to win, who you're rooting for here tonight. Alright, again, for anyone that is just tuning in with us, looks like we got about 71 people here. This is race 2 of 3 here tonight. We do have 3 full races coming your way tonight. Again, we are on race 2 right now. Each race will have a qualifying round, heat races. Doesn't look like we're going to have a B main in this one, and a feature race. So definitely a lot of racing still come, as it looks like Dylan Rafferty is going to join us here to make the 11th car. So that will mean we will have a 2 heat races here. One will have 6 and one will have 5 in it. So again, the 2 heat races followed by a feature. We have yet to see a lobby here that had a B main in it. If we do, that could make it very interesting for points. So we'll see who all is going to make it again. 11 drivers in here. Not quite sure who is going to come away with the win, but this could make for a very interesting night. Again, we still have one more race to do here tonight before we sign off. It looks like we got about 45 seconds left in practice. So next up on the agenda is qualifying here tonight. So another great night of racing so far. We've seen some good racing battles for the lead going on. And for anyone that missed race 1, you can go back and watch it on this same stream a little bit later. Rico Abreu did manage to get in here, so if you're wanting to watch him, you can do that a little earlier. Put on a good battle there for a while, so definitely go back and check that out. We have a lot of great racing still ahead of us and behind us right now. So definitely check it out after this race is over. You can go back and watch that race. All right, qualifying is underway here. So let's take a look. Officially, green flag being waved now. And it's like Nathan Davis is going to be the first one out as we put the driver bar back up for you to see. And we will report all these times into you to see who is going to be finishing where. All right, Nate Davis on the track here again in that number 36 mean green, brand new paint job for him, and it is looking sharp out there tonight. As we'll see what kind of times he's going to put in. A 13:039. He definitely will get a little bit faster than that. He's currently second, as we'll see right there. He's going to put in another time, and it will be a little bit slower. 13.096. Chris Brenner to the top of the charts with a 12.946. We'll put him back in first. He was already there, so he will remain your pole sitter for Heat Race 1 if he goes the way he is. He is the fastest person here in qualifying. Justin Sly jumping the second with a 12.976.031 behind Chris Brenner. Jacob Fields taking the third as he's going to shut it down with a 13.016. Nelson Webster, though, we'll get to him there. He is slowing it down. Top of the charts, 12.859. Trevor Fitz going to third place now with a 12.987. So these guys are trading spots left and right. Troy Schurz back in 8th place right now. And now 9th place with a 13.092. Austin Matthews going to go up to 7th with a 13.052. It looks like everybody is just about ready to shut it down here. So everyone has run laps and looks like they are done. John Cutts back with a 13.153 back in 11th. And that is actually going to do it for qualifying. As you see, Austin Matthews, he is still out on the track. However, time is up for him. So we have about 2.5 minutes coming up. So we are done. So we're going to step away for just a minute here. And we will be right back with your heat race number 1. Alright, again, a minute and a half here till qualifying is over. Everyone has qualified, so again, we just have to wait out qualifying time here. Just in case somebody else does come in here, there are more drivers supposed to be here, but they are not here tonight. So in case they do come in, they have about a minute 20 left to get in here and try to run a lap. Alright, looks like we had about 80 or so people in here watching tonight. Thanks for tuning in. You are in for a treat tonight. 11 people in this race, and we still have one more race to go. So this definitely will once again be another great night of racing. I do expect to see some good racing up front between some of these top guys. Alright, heat race number 1 getting ready to come out on to the track. It's going to be Nelson Webster, Trevor Fitz, Austin Matthews, John Cutts, Justin Sly, and Troy Schurz coming out on to the track. That will be your first group of guys again for heat race number 1. Alright, we'll see. Just waiting on Nelson Webster to take the grid. He will be the pole sitter for this race. We'll see if he can hang on to this lead. But he has got some serious competition coming behind him, especially on his outside. Nelson Webster, that is going to be Trevor Fitz on his outside. Nelson Webster has a lot of competition. Alright, can Nelson Webster hold off the field here? Again, that it will all be determined here shortly. He's got Trevor Fitz on his outside in that number 28 machine. He is going to try to hold him off with everything he can. It looks like one lap to go. Next time by, we get the green flag. Alright, it's time to make your predictions. Who do you want to win tonight? Let us know. Who do you think has the best shot? Right now, it looks like out front could be Nelson Webster and Trevor Fitz. But that could all change. There it is. Green flag is out. Top 3 up on your overlays. So you can see Nelson Webster out front. And they're 3 and 4 wide in the back. As we got a lot of chaos going on back here. That is back for second position. Justin Sly up to second very quickly. But it's not going to last for long, it doesn't look like, as the 67 of Austin Matthews is going to get by him to take second place. But here comes Sly by Matthews. Sly job's complete. Contact between the 67 and the 22. And then somehow everybody manages. Never mind. John Cutts going to go upside down. Almost. Trevor Fitz, it looked like he may have got a little damage on there. But here is a battle. Look at them. That's first place there. That's second place. 3 wide, 5 laps to go. Sly, Matthews, Schurz all battling for second position right now with 5 laps to go. That is the best battle on the track. Again, no cautions do happen here in heat races as we have 4 laps to go. Sly just ahead of Matthews and Schurz. That is a battle for second position. Nelson Webster out front by about a 2-second lead because of all the contact between these guys here in the back. Right now it is Nelson Webster in first, followed by Sly, Matthews, Schurz, Fitz, and on pit road is Cuts. But again, that is the closest battle we got going on right there. That is for second position between Sly and Matthews. Can Matthews get up there and get by Sly for second position? Again, this is all for heat racing to determine where they start here in the feature. White flag's out, and there is your leader about to cross by the flag stand here in just a second right there. Checkers it out. He is your race winner. It is going to be Nelson Webster. Looking back, Sly will get second, Matthews gets third. Heat race number 2 coming out on to the track this time. All right, heat race number 2 will have Chris Brenner, Nathan Davis, Jacob Fields, Brandon Steele, and Dylan Rafferty. Here again for heat race number 2. Again, there's only 2 heat races in here, and then we will move on to the feature race. All right, they are rolling. Again, they will take 2 pace laps here, as it looks like the 84 of Chris Brenner is going to be the pole sitter for this heat race. On his outside is Jacob Fields, followed by Nathan Davis, Brandon Steele, and Dylan Rafferty. Sorry about that, folks. A little hit our keyboard there, so we do apologize for that. Again, this is heat race number 2 of 2 here tonight. Right after this will be your feature race. It looks like everybody's getting ready. There they are. Green flag is out. 8 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Chris Brenner out front right now. Jacob Fields has his hands full with Nate Davis. They're side by side. Those top 3 are going to put a battle here for you tonight. Nate Davis having to settle for 3rd position. But here comes Jacob Fields trying to get by the 84 of Chris Brenner. So 3 very fast drivers right now battling up front. Not to discredit any of the drivers behind them, but these guys are putting on a heck of a show for you here in heat race 2 with 6 laps to go, 5 when they cross the line. Again, this is your second and final heat race of this race. We still have a whole nother race coming up after this, and then a whole new lobby coming up after that with more racing action coming your way. Take a look a little bit further back. Brandon Steele's kind of by himself right now. There's Dylan Rafferty right behind him by about 3 car lengths. Again, that's the battle right there for second place. Actually, that's a battle for first. Never mind, I apologize. Jacob Fields has separated himself from Brandon Davis, and he is stuck to Brenner like glue right now. So can Brenner hold off Fields and Davis is the question with 3 laps to go. It's going to be 2 at the line. Brenner is sticking it to the inside as close as he can to that wall, trying to hold off the hard-charging Jacob Fields and Nathan Davis. Again, Brandon still a little bit off pace there, and Dylan Rafferty just a little bit behind him. But Chris Brenner, what a run. 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air for heat race number 2. He's done a good job. He's led all 7 laps so far, and it looks like he may hold on to be your race winner here for heat race 2. And there it is. He indeed is. Chris Brenner is going to be your winner, followed by Jacob Fields, Nathan Davis, Brandon Steele, and Dylan Rafferty. And heat race number 2 is over. They are now gridding for your feature race. All right, looks like everybody is getting there. Once everyone gets onto the track, we'll go through your HRE Motorsports starting grid. All right, everyone is on a track. So to go through your HRE Motorsports starting grid is going to be Nelson Webster, Chris Brenner, Jacob Fields, Justin Sly, Nathan Davis, Austin Matthews, Brandon Steele, as we're getting a little mixed up here, Troy Schurz, Trevor Fitz, Dylan Rafferty, and I'll wait for them to kind of cycle out here as they're moving around a little bit because they are on track. Trevor Fitz in here, Dylan Rafferty, and John Cuts in here. So again, another field, about 11 cars, actually exactly 11 cars on the track, as it looks like Nelson Webster is going to be the pole sitter. So we'll see. You have a huge stacked field in the front of this field here, so it will be very interesting to see how it plays itself out. Alright, pace truck is in. We are racing for the first time here in your feature race. Lap number 1 underway. Chris Brenner right in second place. And you see some major racing going on behind the leader, Nelson Webster. As you got cars going high, they're 4 wide back behind him, and they are not giving it up without a fight. Looking behind him here, look at this group of guys. Nate Davis getting into the back of the I believe 67 Austin Matthews, but he somehow recovers from that as these guys are putting on a battle back here. Nathan Davis as well as Trevor Fitz. Caution comes out. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here. Nathan Davis getting involved in it. What happened with Nathan Davis? It looked like somebody was already spun around by the time he got there. I'm not sure who it was. Take a look there. Oh, Chris Brenner. That is not what we want to see. Not sure what happened to him, but collecting Nate Davis in that as well. So that is not what Nate Davis wanted or Chris Brenner wanted. As now Chris Brenner is actually at the, there he is at the back. He's going to get told to go to the back of the line, so he's got his work cut out for him now. We'll definitely check in with him. Nelson Webster still at the front of this field as we are on lap 6 of 30 now here under caution for the first time here in the feature race. Again, that's our first caution for 3 laps, 25 laps still to go. Again, thanks for everybody for tuning in. It looks like Pace Truck is diving off. Green flag's out. Put our top 3 back up on the overlays for you. And we may have a battle for the lead. Jacob Fields putting a run on Nelson Webster right now. Let's zoom in on camera 2 here if we can. Here comes Fields to the outside. And can he do it at the line? No, it's not going to happen. It will go to Nelson Webster that time by. But here comes Fields one more time. He's trying to make something of that top line, and he may do it this time by. Does he have the momentum? Not quite there. It will be Webster at the line one more time. Looking further back, look at the crowd of cars for second place, third place actually. Trevor Fitz, Troy Schurz, Dylan Rafferty in this. Don't count out John Cuts in this now. You got just an entire group of people right here. They are almost 3 and 4 wide back here, so very interesting. Oh, contact made. Sure, that was major contact there involving the 84 of Chris Brenner. Somehow keeps it going, though, as we'll go back up here. Fields kind of a little off here. It looks like we're going to have another caution, and it's going to be Chris Brenner this time again. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened. We had a little contact there. There's more contact. Not sure what happened here. Chris Brenner goes into the corner. And right here, oh, contact with the wall, contact with the 36, and that will put him upside down, and it looks like that is going to put him on pit road. So not the night Chris Brenner wanted to have here in his heat race, as he is now on pit road, and looks like he will have to get damages repaired. He may be out of this race, as chances of winning, his heat race, the feature, are out, so that is not going to be good for his chances. He's going to have to probably go through a last chance qualifier tomorrow night. And right now, Nelson Webster out front, and he's got a lot of company from that 04 of Jacob Fields. Green flags out. Once again, we are racing here, lap 15 of 30 underway. Next time by, we'll be halfway home. Nelson Webster out front. So we'll see if he can do anything, or if Fields can do anything to pass him. We're going to take a little further back. Look at them all battling right there, 2 and 3 wide, back for about 5th position. As more contacts made between the 12 and the 5. No, my bad, that is the 22, I do believe. No, it isn't. It is the 12. That is Tony Schurz and the 5 of Brandon Steele. Contact was made. It looks like the 5 of Steele is missing his front wing, so that car's got to be a handful to drive. As we move a little further up, you have the 28 of Trevor Fitz and the 29 of John Cutts up there battling right now. That is for 3rd position. Fitz would love to get by there and get that position from him. As you look up front, there is 2nd place of the 04, Jacob Hills, Nelson Webster there, and Chris Brenner right in front of the leaders. So we'll see if Brenner holds up the leaders at all. I mean, he definitely won't do it on purpose. He's just trying to get as many points as he can, get a good finish, and he is not going to get in these ways. He is a very clean, respectable driver, and he's going to let the leaders by without getting their way too much. With 10 laps to go, here comes Fields on the move once again, trying to get a battle for the lead. See if he can't lead it. All he's got to do is lead 1 lap, and it's got to be the last one. 9 laps to go. Let's take a look back here. These guys still battling, trying to get by is the 84 car now, so they can gain that position and move forward just a little bit more. It looks like John Cutts going to get way out of shape. That's for 5th position. He's losing 2 or 3 spots now. He's almost going to lose another spot to the 12 of Tony Schurz, and he does do it. We'll see if Schurz can hang on to that position, though. And it looks like he's not going to at the line. So it looks like Jacob Fields has kind of fallen off just a little bit here. Nelson Webster out front now as we have 6 laps to go. Again, checking in back here with Justin Sly back in 8th position. He is on the lead lap, the last car on the lead lap at the moment. We'll check in Nathan Davis on pit road. He is out of this race along with Austin Matthews, so that is very unfortunate. Trevor Fitz right in the mix of things right now in 4th position, trying to do everything he can to get up there right now. Dylan Rafferty in 3rd position. He's trying to run him down right there in the 46 machine. Tony Schurz back in 5th. He is right on the back bumper of Fitz. Can Schurz get by Fitz here in the feature race with 3 laps to go? I'm just not sure. Nelson Webster has led every lap here tonight. 2 laps to go here in your feature race. Again, Fields kind of falling off a little bit, not quite there where he was on the leader, but 2nd place is still a respectable finish here in your feature race as the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. This is your final lap. Nelson Webster out front, followed by Jacob Fields and Dylan Rafferty in 3rd. But we're going to follow along. Right there is your race winner officially, Nelson Webster. Oh, and Nelson Webster, you can see him do some donuts there. That will give him the win here tonight. What a race from him. He led all 30 laps. So that will be your second race. We still have one more to go, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Next race will be going up in about 10 minutes, so we won't be gone for long, but we are going to see if we can't get Nelson in here for a short interview before we move on to your next race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Again, we don't have a time for a full breakdown of the post-race show, so we're just going to get an interview here with the race winner, Nelson Webster. So, first off, we know you've been practicing a ton to come into this race, so it looks like all that practice paid off. But comparing practice to the actual race, was the track anything like it was when you were practicing?
Well, I think we prepared on pretty much any track conditions, so I was prepared, and yeah, it was pretty similar.
Well, definitely, preparation is key. It definitely paid off for you, so that should get you into the big money race for sure on Saturday night. Again, it's been a build-up. That is tomorrow night. So hopefully you're locked in. You kind of can sit back and maybe watch the last chance qualifiers, see who all's going to be in the race with you. But we've been asking people all week, $1,000, possibly $1,100 if you start a little further back and are you the hard charger. But for sure that $1,000, if you win it, do you have any plans, or is it kind of up in the air what you'll do with it?
Oh yeah, I have no idea. I'm not going into it expecting to win it all, so now the pressure's off. I can just go into that money race and try to have a good time. Well, if I do win it, that'll be great.
Definitely believe from the way it looks, you'll have a lot of your teammates in there. So obviously, does that? It's going to be good to have your teammates in there, but is that more pressure or less pressure knowing that it's your teammates that you could possibly beat or lose to?
Oh, it's less pressure. I know all those guys race clean, and I want to see as many of us up there towards the front as possible. So I'm glad to see a bunch of people in it.
It's definitely going to be a great race for sure. I do definitely look forward to getting to tomorrow night. But we still have one more race here. But any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give before we sign off and get ready for the third race of the night?
Oh yeah, I gotta thank my team TSR. Practicing with those guys every day is the best practice you can possibly get. They're all fast and clean, and thank everyone who putting this thing on, Setzer Fabrication, and everybody that donated into this, and you guys in the booth. And I want to thank Drew Neal, 19 Designs, for painting all our cars. He does an awesome job.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win here tonight in race 2 of the last night of qualifiers. We are not done just yet, folks. We still have 1 or 2 more pieces of business to take care of. Very quickly, the next race will be going up here in about 6 minutes or so. Your unofficial race results, again, barring any race control issues, which I don't see any happening, will be coming away to win Nelson Webster. Second place, Jacob Fields. Third place, Dylan Rafferty. Fourth place, Troy Schurz. Fifth place, John Cutts. Sixth place will go to Brandon Steele. Seventh place, Justin Sly. Eighth place, Trevor Fitz. Ninth place, Chris Brenner. And 10th place, Austin Matthews. Rounding out the field in 11th. It's not sure why that's not showing it. Matthews did finish 10th, and Davis did finish 11th. So a little bit of a mix-up there on the overlays. But Nate Davis did finish 11th, and Austin Matthews did finish in 10th. But on the sponsor side of things, we want to give a shout-out to Performance PCs, Sim Speed Shop, HRE Motorsports, Elite 7 Racing, and Virtual2Reality.tv on the MaxSpeedTV side of things. And on the racing side of things, for this race, definitely go check out and like all of these sponsors for putting in time and money for this race. Those are Setzer Fabrication, Diamond Auto Center, Bubba Army, Gerbs Graphics, Jones Core, Tony Stewart Racing, and last but not least is D1RT Racing putting this whole thing together and putting money into it. So definitely go check them out. But on behalf of D1RT Racing and all of the sponsors on board and MaxSpeedTV, don't go anywhere. We will see you in about 6 or 7 minutes here. We are not going to kill the stream. We will be back with race number 3, your final race of the night, here in about 7 minutes. Alright, welcome back for your final race of the night. Again, race 3. This is your last qualifier race starting up right now. And we have a few more cars in here. But definitely going to be a good race. We've got a lot of drivers in here. Ray Farlow, Weston Newell, we have not seen him before. Casey Graves, Aaron Theriot, Larry Kahn, William Evans in here, Dylan Workman, Michael, not even sure how to pronounce that, so we're not going to try. Rosendale, Wayne McDuff, Max Stanball, Corey Winslow in here. A lot of great drivers. We are going to just for a minute put up our driver bar and let you see who all these drivers are as we let them cycle through here and let you see what drivers are driving, what car, what number they are, and all of that. So so you can kind of get a feel for who's going to be in this race here tonight. Alright, just had to get a clarification on name of that driver right there, sitting on pit road, the number 2, Zachary Pudnight. So again, that is how you say that, so we just wanted to clarify that, so we did not butcher it too bad here. Right now, there is your fastest guy here in practice, the 38 of Derek Fisher. And Ray Farlow right behind him in second as he's going to pull it to a stop too. And speaking of the fast drivers, Zachary Pudnight is the third fastest right now as he's coming back out onto the track. A nice looking ride there. We have not got to interview him or watch him race before. Do it tonight. Fourth fastest right now here in practice is Weston Newell, and back in the number 222 machine. Looks like he's a part of Farlow Motorsports as well. As you see Farlow on this Motorsports on the side of that wing. But as always, we do want to give a shout out here to all of the sponsors that make this possible. On the MaxSpeedTV side of things, Performance PCs, they are the official water cooling sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. SimSpeedShop.com, you can also check them out on Facebook by just looking up Sim Speed Shop. HRE Motorsports and Elite 7 Racing, those are the two teams that keep us going here on MaxSpeedTV. And virtual2reality.tv. Again, we mentioned them earlier tonight. Somebody at the very end of this broadcast, make sure you're here. If you are not on iRacing, you've never been on iRacing, and you're looking to get into it, after tonight's race, we will tell you how to get a 3-month free code to iRacing. Again, that is after the race. And on the racing side of things for this event, definitely go to Facebook and look at all of these great sponsors. Sester Fabrication, Diamond Auto Center, Bubba Army, Gerbs Graphics, Jones Core, Tony Stewart Racing, and of course T1RT Racing for all their time, effort, and money they have put into this race to make it as great as it was. Again, tomorrow night somebody will be crowned champion and walk away with at least $1,000 in their pocket. If they come from the back and win this race and pass the most positions, somebody will be walking away with a hard charger award. It'll either be just a hard charger, or it possibly could be your race winner. We'll know that after the race. Again, we have a great race in store for you here tonight. We're going to step away here for just a minute, as we got about 6 minutes left. And as always, we're going to let you go on board with these guys for a few laps here while we get stuff prepared for qualifying with our T&D Rustic Decor onboard camera. You can always check them out for all your rustic decor needs at tndrusticdecor.com. And again, we will be right back here in just a few minutes. All right, we're back. 16 drivers here tonight. We have got a few more in this lobby. Still only going to be 2 heat races. Looks like we'll have 10 and 6, so they may break it up a little bit differently. We'll see about there. But we have a few more guys in here. Jordan Mitchell coming in here. So good to see a few more drivers coming in here. Lewis Hewitt coming in here. Again, Michael Rosendahl in here, Larry Cunn in here, Wayne McDuffell's here, and now Josh Sun coming in here. He has completed 1 lap, but he has since parked it on pit road. So again, 16 drivers going to be competing in race 3 here, as you see Aaron Etheria getting into the inside wall. There's just a little bit trying to experiment with that bottom line here in practice. That is the best time to do it. We have about 2.5 minutes left here in practice. Alright, as always, we do want to know who you are rooting for tonight. We have a lot of new drivers, a lot of great drivers that we're used to seeing in this race. Probably one of the biggest fields we've seen here for the last night of racing. So who are you rooting for tonight? Who is your favorite? And are they your teammate, kind of? Or are you just rooting for some random driver that you see, you like their paint job, whatever it may be? Let us know by putting that in chat. Alright, going through here while we have about a minute, going through your top 20 drivers as of right now. We'll go through this after the race once it updates as well, as we have 101 drivers in here right now. Your top 20 are Alex Bergeron, Robert Kerstetter, Nelson Webster, Austin Summerlin, Dylan Hauser, Dylan Simmelman, Joel Berkeley, David Hillman, Ted Liette, Corey Hines, John Batista, Wade Lamar, Cole Newhoffen, Eddie Ryan, Timothy Smith, Tyler Clem, Jacob Fields, John Fiddler, Dylan Sharman, and Tim Ryan. Those are your top 20 in points right now. Again, so we'll kind of see how everyone stacks up. We'll try to get these points to you right after the race is over and let you know who's going to be locked in and who's going to be racing in the last chance qualifier after this race. We clearly won't go through everyone, as there is entirely too many drivers to go through. The guys on the bubble right now in 20th to 21st right now are Chad Morgan, Bob King, Bruce Jones, and Justin Norwood. Again, you got about 3 seconds here left in practice. We're moving on to qualifying. Alright, qualifying is officially underway. It looks like the first car going to be coming out here, or one of the first ones, is going to be Zachary Pudnight. So we'll see what he does here for qualifying. Put up a driver bar for you to take a look and see how they spell their names there. Again, that is Pudnight, Zachary Pudnight, here in the number 2 car, putting his first laps down here in qualifying. First times coming in, 13.071. Oh, and he gets the inside wall. Above him in first right now is the number 69, Casey Graves, with a 12.978. And he's going to get passed by the 222 of Weston Neville, as he's going to run a 12.937.041 ahead of Casey Graves. And now Michael Rosendahl is going to take 4th place now. It was 2nd. With a 12.956. Jordan Mitchell going to go up to 2nd place with a 12.939. He's going to shut it down. Ray Farlow currently on the track, 5th fastest with a 13.036 at the moment. We'll see if anybody can pass him, and they do. Derek Fisher to 5th with a 12.987. Corey Winslow right now in that number 888 machine, currently 9th fastest with a 13.080, as these guys are getting qualifying done very quickly here. Max Standball on the track, but he is currently 12th fastest with a 13.158. I do look to see him be a little bit faster this time by. We'll see what he runs. And it's still 13th with a 13.158. Josh Sun going to move up to 12th with a 13.151. Lewis Hewitt has not put in a lap yet, so we'll see maybe if he's just in here to watch, if he's actually going to be racing here tonight. Not exactly sure. Wayne McDuff back in 15th right now with 13.303. William Evans in 14th with a 13.213. And there it is. Lewis Hewitt is going to come out onto the track. So we'll see what kind of times he can put in that number 666 machine. We'll see here. First time lap coming in right now. He is about half a lap away from putting in a time, so we'll see if he can get into the top 10, possibly maybe get a number 1 pole, and he does with a 12.892.045 ahead of Weston Newell, as he's going to take it to the inside wall there. Derek Fisher out on track. Lewis Hewitt going to come out for a second lap here. So we'll see what he can do, if he can beat that time. He did that on his first lap, a 12.892. This is going to be his warm-up lap right here. So we'll see if he can possibly do anything, as he is on his timed lap right now. He's got to beat a 12.892 if he wants to beat his own time. And we'll keep an eye if he's going to do it. And he's not going to do it with a 12.946. So that will do it for his qualifying run anyway. Everyone has qualified. 16 drivers. We're going to have 2 heat races followed by a feature race tonight. Again, we are done with qualifying with about 53 seconds left to go. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We got about 86 drivers here. We're trying to get those likes up for all these sponsors out here and the stuff. See if we can't get it up to 50. Our max we've had for this show is 45, so let's shoot for 50 here tonight. Get all your friends on there, and definitely give it a thumbs up for all the sponsors that have put in loads of money. Again, there's almost $3,000 worth of purse on the line here. So definitely give a thumbs up for all the sponsors out there. And if you are new here tonight and have never been on MaxSpeedTV before, or you've just never hit that subscribe button, if you love the racing here on MaxSpeedTV, definitely hit that subscribe button. When we get to 4,000 subscribers, which we are coming in there, I believe we're within 300 of that, we will put up some kind of money race for the drivers and the fans. So let you all kind of be appreciative, or to show you how appreciative we are of all that y'all do to support us. But that is coming up at 4,000 subscribers. It looks like Heat Race 1 is coming out onto the track. It is going to be Lewis Hewitt, Jordan Mitchell, Zachary Pudnight, Dylan Workman, William Evans, Casey Graves, Corey Winsel, Aaron Theriot, and Dylan. We already went for Dylan Workman. So again, 8 cars in this heat race. We'll have 8 in one and 7 in the other. As we go take a look here, and it looks like 13 is going to be on the outside. That is Jordan Mitchell. So we'll see here. It's going to be Lewis Hewitt on the inside, starting pole for Heat Race 1 as soon as he takes to the grid. All right, they are rolling off here. We're going to go to a TV 3, camera 3 here for you. Let you see a little bit more of this field. 2 laps away from getting the green flag here in Heat Race 1. All right, 1 lap away. They're now in turn 3, getting ready to get the green flag. Good start for the leader of Lewis Hewitt. Green flag is out, 8 laps to go. Again, they have 8 laps per heat race. Zachary Pudnight back here battling for 3rd position right now, as we have a huge battle going on. These guys are all sorts of mixing it up back here in the back. Aaron Theriot trying to make his presence known. Pudnight's going to get a little sideways, and that's going to collect the 69. 69 going way airborne. That is Casey Graves. Again, no cautions are going to come out as the leaders are going to keep going. He will have to get it on the pit road, and he does do so. Again, cautions are turned off during heat races. 6 laps to go. Lewis Hewitt out front, followed by Jordan Mitchell in second. It looks like Corey Winsel is going to get by Zachary Pudnight, who's going to slide way up, almost get into the outside wall. And that's going to, again, let Corey Winsel by him. But here comes Pudnight. Oh, Pudnight right into Corey Winsel. And that is a hard hit, somehow merging with him. And it's not going to hurt Corey Winsel at all. We'll see if he has any damage from that. But that's going to take 2 more spots from Pudnight, as he's going to lose it to William Evans and Aaron Theriot. And here comes Dylan Workman. He's going to try to get by him as well with 3 laps to go here in your heat race 1. He'll go back up to the front. There is your leader right there. Lewis Hewitt, George Mitchell trying to work him over as best he can, and he's just not quite there with 2 laps to go. Corey Wenzel, he may have something for him, though, if he can get up there and try to pass him. William Evans currently in the 4th. Corey Wenzel did have major contact, but it is not slowing him down, as it looks like Workman into the outside fence. Those two are battling back for 6th position. As we'll see, it looks like it's going to go to the 18 of Workman. And right there, checkered flag coming out. Lewis Hewitt is going to be your race winner here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 getting ready to come out onto the track now. It's going to have Weston Newell, Mitchell Rosendahl, Derek Fisher, Ray Farlow, Josh Sun, Larry Kuhn, Max Stanball, and Wayne McDuff here in heat race 2. Again, looks like your pole sitter is going to be the 222 of Weston Newell as soon as he takes to the grid. There he is. So the 15, or sorry about that, never mind, the 220, there it is, 222 Weston Newell is your pole sitter. On his outside is the 15 of Michael Rosendahl. All right, we are pacing 1 lap away from getting the green flag. Again, this is already heat race 2. Following this will be your feature race, and that will do it for qualifiers. And we will then move on to your last chance qualifiers, followed by a dash with the top 8 in it tomorrow. And then we will move on to the feature race tomorrow night. All right, you see him. There it is. Green flag is out for the first time here in heat race number 2. We'll see how it all plays out. Here comes the 38, though, of Derek Fisher. He's going to try to make the moves on Weston Newell. He's ahead of him at the line. Not going to happen. It's going to be Weston Newell to lead lap number 1, but then Derek Fisher will get by him on the back stretch. So that is a good battle. Checking back here to second. Look at the battle we have going on here. Michael Rosendahl between Ray Farlow. Max Stanball trying to get it in this battle as well in the number 5 machine. Ray Farlow, what a run he's putting on right now in that number 72 machine. He is back in the 3rd position now, battling with the number 15 of Michael Rosendahl. Max Stanball is going to get by him as well, so I'm not sure what's going on with the 15. And he is falling backwards now, so not sure if maybe he put too much fuel in or what that might be, but he is definitely falling back at the moment. These guys are way ahead of him, and they got by him fairly easy. I'm going to take a look up front. There's your leaders right now. What a good battle going on here. 0.133 seconds apart. Derek Fisher, Weston Newell out front. Can Newell get by Fisher? That is the question right now with 2 laps to go. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Derek Fisher's so fast here, but Weston Newell is definitely giving him a run for his money. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go here in heat race number 2. It looks like it is going to be Derek Fisher for the win here in heat race number 2. And here comes Newell. He's going to try to send it one more time. Can't do it. Race winner for heat race number 2 is going to be Derek Fisher, and that is just about going to do it. Your feature race coming up next. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We have a great race in store for you. This is your 3rd and final race of qualifiers. Next will be tomorrow night. We will have, again, 2 last chance qualifiers, followed by your feature race right after a dash with the top 8 drivers to determine where they will run. Again, right now we are getting ready for the feature race. as everyone is getting in line. Looks like the 666 of Lewis Hewitt is going to be the pole sitter for the feature race here tonight. Once they roll off, we'll get it. It looks like it's going to be Lewis Hewitt, Derek Fisher, Weston Newell, Jordan Mitchell, Ray Farlow, Corey Winsel, Max Stambaugh, William Evans, Aaron Theriot, Michael Rosendahl, Dylan Workman, Josh Sun, Zachary Putnight, Larry Kunn. They're mixing it up. Casey Graves, Wayne McDuff. See if they sort it out here just a little bit for us. One more. And that is actually going to do it. There we go. So Lewis Hewitt, Derek Fisher, Jordan Mitchell, Weston Newell, Corey Winsel, Ray Farlow, William Evans, Max Stambaugh, Aaron Theriot, Michael Rosendahl, Dylan Workman, Josh Sun, Zachary Pudnight, and they're still trying to mix it up here. They're getting a little out of order, and they are changing it around on us. Larry Kunn, Casey Graves, and Wayne McDuff. Those are your official HRE Motorsports starting lineup. Again, hopefully by tomorrow night's race we can try to get it fixed. But regardless, green flag's out. We are racing here in the feature race, and what a run for these front two right now. Again, we'll see how it all plays itself out. You are watching Derek Fisher and Lewis Hewitt right now. These guys are going to battle back and forth. As we're going to take a little bit further look here, we got the 8080 of Corey Winsel way off pace. Something happened to him. Not sure if somebody happened to him or what happened, but he lost several spots there as he's back in 9th position now. You got a lot of tangling going on up here. There were 3, 4, almost 5 wide back here for 9th position. That involves several guys. Ray Farlow, Corey Winsel, Michael Rosendahl, Josh Sun. A lot of drivers back here, back 9th through about 14th. As it looks like somebody's going to get into the inside wall. And not sure who that is. It looked like it may have been the 11 of Josh Sun. Back up to the front here. Nobody's been able to run down Derek Fisher, who got out front very quickly. Right now, Lewis Hewitt's trying. Weston Newell in 3rd place. What a run for him. Again, he is a brand new driver we have not got to broadcast before, but he is definitely showing that he deserves to be here right now. Jordan Mitchell back in a 4th position. William Evans coming in right now in the top 5 in 5th position. Take a look here at camera 3. We get a wider angle here. Let's go back through the field. Look at all the battling going on as we have major battling going on back here between the two. And we got cars on their side. Somehow gets it back up. That is the 18 of Dylan Workman on his side. Gets it back on the wheels. Keeps it going. What a race for this young man here tonight. That is a heck of a fantastic job to get that car up on its side, rolling over, and somehow manages to keep it going. It looks like Zachary Pudnight is no longer with us, as he either blinked out or got removed by race control. Not sure there what happened, but definitely is no longer here. Taking a look, Aaron Theriot battling right now for 11th position as we move through the field. There's a good little battle there. Not much going on up at the front, so we're going to hang tight around the midfield here. Around 8th place, Michael Rosendahl again battling Corey Winsel. Corey Winsel's going to take it to the high side, see if he can't get by him. Let's see if that high groove is working right up there by the cushion. And just like that, Rosendahl shuts the door and pinches Winsel off very quickly. So that will shut that door and stop any forward momentum he had. We'll see now. He's got to keep battling, and he's going to lose a little bit of momentum. As we'll go up a few spots here, we may see a battle between Jordan Mitchell and William Evans here. That is for 4th position. If he can get up there and get to him is the question. He is right there on his back bumper. We've seen most people running about middle to high. But there are a few people like William Evans running the high side. We'll see if he makes it work here. Not quite there, but he is right there, side by side, just not enough to get by him there, but he may do it here on the backstretch, as he will get by him as he gets into the wall just a little bit. Again, you're watching a battle for 4th position. William Evans will officially take that position, but the 13 is not going to give it up. Max Stambaugh is kind of just hanging back here, waiting for these guys to maybe make a mistake. and make his move. He's coming on the high side now after he watched William Evans do it. He's going to see if he can't make a move there as well. Again, we'll take a look back here. These guys still putting on a little bit of a battle. The 15 is putting in here good. That is Michael Rosendahl, Casey Graves, and Corey Wenzel. Wenzel trying to get by both of these. He was been fairly fast earlier. And he's just trying to get back up there. So here goes the 69 of Casey Graves. He's going to make the move on the 15 of Rosendahl, and he will get by him. Again, that is for 8th position. So that will move him up one more spot. Let's go back here and check. You see another little group of cars battling right now. That is back for 11th position. Oh, the 18's going to spin. It looks like the 83 of Aaron Theriot. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. What happened here to the 83 of Aaron Theriot? Oh, the 18 gets into the wall. Again, the 18, Dylan Workman, gets into the wall, gets into Aaron Theriot, putting him on his side, ending Theriot's night here tonight, as he cannot get that car back on its wheels, it doesn't look like, so he will have to tow. So unfortunate for Aaron Theriot, a victim of the 18, Dylan Workman, who got into the wall and then into a Theriot there, as he couldn't keep it on the wall to avoid it. So that is very unfortunate for him, but unfortunately it's kind of part of racing. It wasn't intentional. I'm sure he just couldn't get that car under control once getting into that outside wall. All right, green flag is back out. 8 laps to go now, 7 to go here at your feature race. This is like a heat race at this point. We're battling very hard. Let's look further back here. Look at the battle. Standball, Papa and Willie getting into the outside wall just a little bit. Here comes Hewitt on the inside trying to get by Fisher. Not going to happen that lap, as we have a few cars. Max Standball, William Evans taken to the high side. And it looks like they are going to get by Ray Farlow for that position. Ray Farlow goes around. Caution comes out. And we have a few cars involved. Let's go back and take a look at who all got involved in that. I'm not sure who it is, but Ray Farlow, it looked like, did spin around. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here to Ray Farlow? Looked like he may have just got into the wall. He did all by himself. And then getting clobbered by the 11, I believe it was, is Josh Sun getting into him, having nowhere to go. And that will bring out yet another caution here. As we'll take a look, that is our second caution of the night. I think this is the most cautions we have had in a feature race yet, with 5 laps. We have 4 laps to go. I believe we will go green flag racing. So this race is not over. It'll probably be a 2-lap shootout. All right, we should get the green flag this time by. So we see, there it is, green flag is out. 2-lap shootout here in your feature race. Let's go back and look at second place. That's where the main battle's going on right now. 3-way battle for second place. Standball gets clipped there just a little bit by Hewitt. That'll cost him a spot. Right now, Hewitt and Newell battling for second place. White flag is in the air. Who is going to get second place? Fisher looks to get first, and it looks like it's going to be Newell to get second. Hewitt for third. And Fisher will win your final qualifier feature races. There's a big pileup after the race is over. But again, in there in the mix somewhere is Derek Fisher in the number 38, your race winner here tonight for your last qualifier feature race. And that will do it for that race, but we are not done yet, folks. Hang tight. We'll be right back with your post-race show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with your post-race show. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have William Evans here in TeamSpeak with us to get an interview with him here in the booth. But we do have second and first. So starting with second place, Weston Newell. You came in. We have not got to broadcast or talk to you before, so congrats on getting a second place and getting into the booth with us here tonight. But coming into this event, what were your expectations, and did you fulfill them? Because you had a heck of a run there to finish in second position.
I definitely fulfilled my expectations. I just really was shooting for a top 80 finish, get a chance in one of them last chance qualifiers. Had a hot car, ran pretty well tonight. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you definitely did that. You held off William Evans and Lewis Hewitt, Max Stambaugh. A lot of great drivers, Ray Farlow, Corey Winslow, a lot of these great drivers we've seen here on MaxSpeedTV before. So as far as the track went, each track's been a little bit different. So what line was the preferred line out there? We saw people running middle, high, and low, but which one did worked out best for you here tonight?
I honestly still couldn't tell you. I probably could have ran another 25 laps on that track, and I wouldn't have known. I messed up in the heat race. I was taking the high line, and Derek shot right around me in the middle there, and I was up to his bumper once I switched back down, but I was off a little bit. I think running the bottom definitely benefits more later in the race whenever that cushion starts to push up more towards the wall.
Oh, definitely. Regardless of what line you ran, you finished second. So overall, a good points night. So it should hopefully lock you in to that race and not have to go through a last chance qualifier. But any sponsors and shout outs you want to give for that second place finish here tonight?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank MaxSpeedTV, D1RT, VLR, all the sponsors that put this on, Tony Stewart Racing especially. I'd like to give a shout out to FMR, Hoon TV, Worm Paints, Fast Time Racing, all my guys over there, Brian, Otter, all my PA Posse buddies. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, again, congrats on a good second place finish. Finishing one spot in front of him, though, leading all 30 laps here tonight. The number 38, Derek Fisher. So first off, Derek, congrats again on that win. And what's it like to know that you held off a lot of very fast drivers and that you're pretty much locked into that 1,000-win race Saturday?
Yeah, thanks. It's just nice to know I'm locked in. Hopefully I'm locked in. It's just good to win.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing is 100%, but it does seem like it anyway with the win. We'll see how that all stacks up. Those points should be up here in just a little bit. We'll go over those. But as far as like we like everyone, that track goes, it's varied from night to night, a little bit different, just like any other real racetrack would. So how much practice did you prepare for this race? We know you probably practiced a little bit, but was it a lot, or was it just a couple of laps and you're kind of happy with your setup?
Oh, no. Us and the TSR guys, we all get on here and have fun almost every night. We call it practice for this race and stuff, but we're just there to have fun and getting fast in the process. So I want to say thanks to them and MaxSpeedTV and Dirt and everybody that put this show on, and TSR and Setzer Fabricating for doing this whole deal. And I want to thank my teammates for helping me with everything. And that's about it.
All right. Well, again, congrats on a win here tonight. But we are not done just yet. With that being said, we're still going to go through your race results here. Again, unofficial, barring any race control issues. I don't see any of those coming into play. But again, coming away with the win here tonight is Derek Fisher. Second place, Weston Newell. Third place, William Evans. Fourth place, Lewis Hewitt. And fifth place, Max Stambaugh. Sixth place goes to Jordan Mitchell. Seventh place, Casey Graves. Eighth place, Ray Farlow. Ninth place, Corey Wenzel. 10th place, Michael Rosendahl. Hopefully we did get that right. 11th place, Dylan Workman. 12th place, Wayne McDuff. 13th, Josh Sun. 14th, Larry Kunn. 15th, Aaron Theriot. And rounding out 16th place here tonight is Zachary Pudnight. Again, I'm not sure what happened to him. Disconnected a little bit early in the race as he was 22 laps down. But on the sponsor side of things, we want to give a big shout out to Performance PCs. They are the official water cooling company of MaxSpeedTV. SimSpeedShop.com, one of our newest partners on board here. Definitely go check them out at SimSpeedShop.com or just go look them up at Sim Speed Shop on Facebook. HRE Motorsports and Elite 7 Racing, they are the official teams of MaxSpeedTV. Both great teams. Go check them out. Give them a like on their page. Virtual2Reality.tv. We mentioned them earlier. We give away 3-month codes, so if you are new and have never been on iRacing before and looking to get into it, if you have a gaming controller, or if you already have a wheel and pedals from another game, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it may be, the first person to message us on the MaxSpeedTV Facebook page, we will give you a 3-month code to get on iRacing and get 3 months free. Again, we'll check those either tonight or in the morning. It will be the first person, based on when you send your messages on the timestamp, that first person will get 3 months free on iRacing. On the racing side of things, all of the sponsors that make this possible with all their time and money they have put into this race are Sester Fabrication, Diamond Auto Center, Bubba Army, Gerb's Graphics, Jones Core, Tony Stewart Racing, and of course D1RT Racing. All of these people putting in a lot of time, effort, and money into this race to make it possible. And not on our list of sponsors because they're not really technically a sponsor. But for the last night of qualifiers, MaxSpeedTV, and I'm sure D1RT, Ed, and all the guys over there want to give a big shout out to VLR for stepping up to take over this event after the events occurred that needed to be run by some new people. So definitely a big shout out to them for taking over and running this show here tonight. And one more night, we will have 2 last chance qualifiers, and we will have a dash with the top 8 in points to determine their position there, and then we will officially start your feature race later tonight. So definitely be checking out for all the times on that. It's here on MaxSpeedTV when everything starts. So on behalf of D1RT, all the sponsors, and MaxSpeedTV, we will see you for the last night of this event tomorrow night.